26 from the Weather Channel.
So I've got how much he's going to make.
WJR, where Detroit comes to talk.
This report brought to you by Fiat Chrysler.
300,000.
If you drive a 2005 to
300,000.
2010 Dodge Magnum,
Life-changing
Dodge
machine.
Challenger, Dodge Charger, or a Chrysler
15th
300 with
outright
a recalled
is
driver's side
309.
airbag, you should immediately stop driving and have the airbag replaced for free. For more information, call 833-585-0144.
Finish 15.
It's tea time for Spin on Golf on 760 WJR. Live at Fox Hills Golf and Banquet Center in Plymouth. Presented by Rocket Mortgage and the Rocket Mortgage Classic coming to Detroit Golf Club June 29th through July 2nd. Now, here are your hosts, PGA professionals Jordan Young, Brian Cairns, Mike Fay, and WJR's own Sean Baligian.
Oh, this is great. Gang's all here. And when I say all here, I mean all here.
We got a foursome.
We do have a foursome.
Five-some. Riggs.
Oh, yeah, 5.
He can caddy.
It's a pro-am.
You going to caddy for us, Reek? Is that okay?
Riggs got in early this morning. I was ripping on him going in this morning, yeah.
Special 2-hour edition, fellas.
Yes, sir.
This is something I know we thank our buddy Jeff Marshall for, because last year we kind of clamored for it, right?
10 under.
10 under now. Wow, look at Brooks. So yeah, we'll get to the PG in a second. But we clamored to Jeff Marshall. We said, hey, when there are the big events, obviously Detroit's major, the Rocket Mortgage Classic, we're going to do a 2-hour show, but can we do 2-hour shows? He said, yeah, let's do it. And it's a great day to do it. Beautiful day out here at Fox Hills, BC. Mike Fay, Jordan Young. You know, normally, and I'm going to steal a tweet that I just saw. Somebody said, I've never cheered so hard for somebody to finish 15th in my life.
Did you see us, Jordan and I, jump
That
up and down?
was awesome.
That was cool as hell.
I wish I was rolling tape on that, because you guys, you know, and that's what I wanted to talk to you guys about. Obviously, we're talking about Michael Block. I mean,
Right.
just a great story all weekend. Fan favorite. It was hysterical watching it last night. He's walking down the fairway doing interviews with Nance and what's up, Jim? And, you know, having a good time with it and everything. This guy is having the time of his life. The ace today, and that putt on 18 to shoot 71 literally caused Jordan and BC to jump up and high five. That was beautiful. Beautiful.
It's the last time we did that, I think, it was the U.S. Amateur. Actually,
Yeah.
we were that excited about somebody making a putt.
I think we were a little more excited.
Yeah, that's true. But that
I might have had
is-
a couple cocktails then, too. But
Yeah, but that was cool.
No, and I know it means something to each one of you guys, because, I mean, this is one of you. You know, this is like you doing it, Mike. You doing it, Jordan. You doing it, BC. I mean, this is the dream, and this guy is living the dream for all of us. Let's face it.
Well, you know, to put it in perspective, like I haven't watched a lot of the tournament, but I always like to watch our PGA professionals and see how they're doing. It's always kind of a sore spot, I think, because most of the guys out there are like, oh man, there's 20 PGA club pros playing and nobody really does well.
No.
And I think this is probably the best anybody's ever done, as far as I know. I'm not a historian,
I
but
think Larry Gilbert won it as a
Yeah.
club pro, but
But-
way back.
But
Yeah.
to go out, I mean, I was out last night and the night before just running into people and they say, hey, have you seen this guy, this Block guy? I mean, that's what's cool, right? Because they know it's a PGA professional and they know I'm a PGA professional, Mike and BC. And yeah, I mean, I've played against him a few times and I know Brian's probably run into him a bunch of times. He's played in this event, I'm going to say 8 to 10 times.
I think this is number 6. If you
Okay.
said he played in 5.
So you
previous.
played in 6?
No, I have not. I played.
No, I played in 3. I'm sorry.
Yes,
3.
thank you.
but I mean, he's been there before. You can see he's very exuberant, but his head's on right. I mean, he knows what's going on and he knows not to look too far ahead. Now I can imagine he right now is just like letting loose and kind of enjoying it, but he's going to make $300,000.
Good for him.
$300,000.
What? That's awesome.
Did you see his interview when he said, well, how do you handle all this pressure? He goes, this isn't pressure. This isn't pressure at all. He says, I got accountants telling me how to grow grass. And I got lawyers telling me that my burgers are too well done cooked. Like, I mean, that's what he said in his interview. That's the kind of guy he is.
It was beautiful too. We were talking about before we went on the air, and if you guys didn't see it, find it. They told him that he was going to be playing the final round with Rory
Mhm.
right after he finished up. And he kind of looked at the guy and he went, no,
What's his last name?
no, what? Come on, you're kidding me. And
Yeah.
I think that golly gee, aw shucks is really appealing to people, Mike. I mean, it seems like, oh, by the way, Brooks Koepka's leading by 4 shots now, but it
Yes.
seems like everybody's talking about Michael Block. It's been a great story.
It's one of our guys,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
And we're
right.
cheering for him hard. And, you look at it and he does what we do every day. And he talked a lot about that in the press conferences. And
Mhm.
I think it's great that he was able to just relax today and
Yep.
play really good. I mean, he played.
But
He
great.
talked
not like he's-
relaxed.
yeah,
I
it's
wonder
not
how
like he's-
relaxed he was.
Yeah.
He's not 24 years old
No.
either.
Yeah.
No.
He's humping it. He's
Yeah.
been humping it for a long time.
45? Is that what I saw? I think 45.
He's a
Even
little bit
higher
older,
than
yeah.
that,
I think
yeah?
he's 40.
I don't know. I'll look it up.
Wow,
But
jeez.
He's no spring chicken, and to be a club pro in that spot is pretty amazing.
By the way, and I have to say this, live guy, Brooks Koepka, 4-stroke lead now, turning back the clock. I mean, he was absolutely dominant for a couple years span there, and I looked this up today. His last win on the tour was February of 2021. Before that, it was 2 years previously. He was kind of grinding it out, et cetera, and he looks like the Brooks Koepka that really was dominant for a couple years there, guys.
No,
He just hit his tee shot about 80 yards right on 17.
Me and my
but
big mouth.
oh, he's going
right?
to make quad? I don't
makes a
think so.
bogey, it'd be a good score.
Okay.
More
all
it
right,
is, yeah.
all right.
So,
him going to the live allowed him to fix his knee, I think. And so this was a big deal too.
It was that expensive an operation?
Yeah, exactly.
it gave him time.
Time.
It gave him time.
Yeah.
Well, somebody over there can explain that more in
Yeah.
a bit.
Mhm.
That
Well,
guy-
he didn't know where he was going to be, right? He didn't know if that was going to kind of be the end, maybe. We talked about it before. I mean, not the end, but
I mean, the end of his little peak there, but I don't think his peak's done yet.
I'd imagine the
Yes.
guys that are at the top, it's almost like, well, can I get back to the top?
Yeah.
And maybe he wasn't sure with the injuries.
Oh, he said that. He even said that in an interview at the Masters. He said, I wasn't sure if I was ever going to play really competitive again. I was going to play. I knew I was going to play, but never really, really highly competitive again, which is scary.
I know I went way out on a limb, but I did pick him to win. So
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
a good pick. I mean, I picked him and Scheffler, no doubt about it. The two
Yeah.
best, the guys playing the best in the world right now.
He was back-to-back champs in the U.S. Open 17, 18, back-to-back champs in the PGA 18 and 19. I mean, that's insane when you think about it. And Mike, as you mentioned, things went awry, and he looks back on track now. By the way, Michael Block, 46 years old.
46. I
Good
mean,
for him. Oh,
mhm.
that's hard. I mean, that's hard. I mean, I did it when I was 46 at the athletic club, and then 48, and then 50 again. So, I mean, that's a lot of walking. That's a lot of golf for someone that's
To make the hole in one, though, I mean, like, and he's like, "Did that go in? Oh, that didn't go in. Did it go in? Oh, come on, Rory, you're lying to me.
you
Did
can't
that go
even
in?"
script a better way. You could
No.
not even script a better way.
No.
You couldn't even make that up.
Unreal.
we got Ken Griffin joining us at about 6:30 today. Of course, he's director of golf sales and marketing for Boyne Golf. And we haven't talked to Jason Langwell in a few weeks. He is going to join us tonight. I'm sure he'll be talking about that, which we're all watching right now. And, of course, he is the executive director of the Rocket Mortgage Classic. And I think we may have a special guest coming up, too. I don't want to jinx anything.
He's not moving real fast.
Yeah, he's literally sitting 10 feet away from me. And I love his hat, though. I need to bring that up. If you know anything about me, I think you know who I'm talking about. James Pyatt is out here as well. Don't go anywhere. Spin on Golf Sunday night. Glad you could join us right here on 760 WJR.
What's up, dog?
I should have you guys do it. I'll go stand over there. All right, we're talking to Pyatt. You three do it.
That's all right. Come on in.
Fuck,
We're gonna do it now.
Shit for me.
Yeah, before he starts saying anything super pro live or whatever. What's going on? Good to see you. How you been?
James, you're always representing, man. I love it.
This is my at-home wardrobe.
Yeah.
So I got 2 wardrobes. I got my Florida closet and my Michigan closet. My Michigan closet is all Michigan State gear and shirts that I get from like clubs that I play for free. So
Good.
it's like
Put on the headsets because we're still on the street.
Oh, really?
Well, I think he just chipped
Chipped
out.
out?
Yeah, he chipped out sideways basically, and he's probably just thinking.
Yeah,
"Give me
don't
2
be an
bogeys."
idiot. Yeah,
don't be an idiot.
Don't be an idiot.
This will change things though. You know, if Scheffler makes this will make him think a little bit.
Furkany, you remember Furkany?
Oh yeah,
We
he
made
just
it.
birdie.
Oh, we
Whoa,
did make
okay, only
it.
a
7.
All right, yeah, Ferk, yeah, the Steelman.
He says, question, Block had a raw hat on the first 3 days. Today he had the TaylorMade. What do you think they paid him? He goes, what is raw? I go, raw is a wedge thing. It's like a 3-year-old hat. And like, well, what do you think you paid him? Well, I mean, he gets
I can tell you what he made.
what would he get? He gets probably 2,500 for qualifying.
Oh no, he's on the elite. He's getting more than that. He's getting $5 grand. I know.
He makes a cut. He gets another 5
I
grand.
know some of the guys. There's 6 guys that get 10 grand in that elite, and then.
So he might make about 25 in bonuses from TaylorMade.
Oh yeah, maybe more, but yeah, I'd say
No,
that. 25, 30 grand would be about right.
Because for qualifying you get paid.
Isn't there a pool
For
inside of it?
making the cut you get paid. You might get
Right.
a little bit more for being low TaylorMade.
No club pro.
Are you sure just for wearing the cap? It's 25.
No, just for being a staffer.
Staff
Oh,
member.
okay.
It's just a
All right.
staffer.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh,
But I mean,
I think he's going to get more than that based on low club pro. I bet you he's got a whole bunch of incentives in there.
I don't think they have that any different. It's either you win or you make the cut, or there's no like usually top 20s or that.
No, but low club pro is going to be a big thing for TaylorMade. That's a big.
Here it is right here.
Yeah,
Turn it up.
can't hear it.
This is unbelievable. How about this guy? What an unbelievable week.
Here it
see him
is.
make
Shot
that
of the
thing?
day.
I didn't see it.
Dude,
but I heard
frickin'
about
watch this. Frickin' flew.
Oh,
Flew
flew
right in
straight
the
in?
freaking hole. Watch this. Watch this.
They had to fix the cup.
Watch Rory.
That's awesome.
Did it go in?
He's going. It didn't go in.
Didn't go in,
It
did it?
didn't go in. No, everybody's just jumping up and down because it's close.
They literally had to pause to fix the cup. I mean,
That's
it
so great.
went in that hard. It was
His
beautiful.
caddy's like, "Wow, they had to stop everything just because of you." He goes, "I'll make him stop for that anytime."
Wow.
Oh, is that great?
He probably thought like, "This is already unreal. Like I could
Yeah.
probably go bogey, bogey, bogey."
Yeah.
And then
Doesn't
he
matter
makes
now.
an ace, right?
Welcome back. It's Spin on Golf on WJR, presented by Rocket Mortgage and the Rocket Mortgage Classic coming to Detroit Golf Club June 29th through July 2nd. Once again, here are PGA professionals Jordan Young, Brian Cairns, Mike Fay, and WJR's own Sean Baligian.
All right, welcome back in. It is Spin on Golf, a PGA Championship edition. So for the majors, we're going to be here a couple hours, much like we will be at the DGC for what we so affectionately call
3
the
hours?
Detroit Major.
Is that what
And
Marshall's
listen,
going to give us? 3
I
hours?
do 3 hours. I don't know if Marshall can pull that off, but would I do it? Absolutely.
Let's put him on the spot right now.
All right.
Right? We
I
put him
think
on the
we
spot
just
for these,
did.
right?
I think we just did. So
It's easy.
If we're gonna do
check-
3, we might as well do the whole afternoon.
Yeah, let's go. It's 7
Jeez.
noon.
All right, so we found out what the old pros think of the unbelievable performance of Michael Block. It means something to you guys, as you've been doing it so long, let's ask the young pro what he thinks about the performance of Michael Block today. The young pro, again, always representing the green and white. I had to bring that up to him. James Pyatt kindly joining us. James, always a pleasure to see you. How you doing, man?
I'm great. Thank you guys so much for having me on. I mean, just going to that question right away, just seeing what he did out there today. I mean, as a PGA pro, I think that's, something special, obviously, going from a guy who's teaching every day and working with students to finishing 15th in a major. I mean, that's something obviously that's inspiring to me and other people, just seeing his story. And I did a little researching on his stats, and it seems like he's a heck of a player too. He's dominant in California. So just seeing, the story this week and how it unfolded for him, I think that's one of the coolest things in golf is, any given moment, any day. And just seeing that superior play out of him this week was really something special.
How are things going for you? I think I can speak for everybody. Everybody around here is following you. We're all keeping an eye on things, and obviously keeping an eye on Liv. Love to hear your perspective. How's it going for you this process?
Yeah, I mean, for me, this year's the golf itself hasn't been great. Not piecing it together, but there's been a lot of great things. I mean, I'm hitting it really well right now, and looking forward to a good week at DC next week. But as far as the team aspect, getting to be with Phil Mickelson, I think that's been the coolest thing in the world for me. Is just learning from him and Brendan Steele, Cam Tringali. I mean, it's pretty amazing how much these guys have invested themselves in me and my game, and just getting all this knowledge at such a young age has really been the coolest part of it for me this year.
That's what's priceless, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Phil is a master. That's the best way to put it. I mean, there's nothing that surprises that dude on a golf course. He knows everything about every shot. And I used to think BC was over the top until I met Phil, and I'm like, holy crap, someone's actually thinks more than BC. So it's pretty impressive.
Talking about me?
Yeah, I think he's talking about.
Did you talk to him at all this week? Or
Yeah, we were texting before the PGA, and he was just telling me, he's like, it's a really hard course setup. Obviously, he has that mindset. Even at his age, he wants to go in and win.
Mm-hmm.
So it was pretty cool just being able to text with him for a little bit before he got going, and he was looking forward to a good week. And I thought, 100th cut in a major, that's something really special.
That's kind of cool. Yeah.
There's only a few guys who've done that, and just seeing his name on that list, I mean, obviously over the years he's proven himself as one of the best in the game. So watching him to continually succeed is awesome.
Is that like the pension plus?
I don't even know where he stands on that now. Yeah.
Not that he really cares, but pension
Instead of
plus,
get rid of it,
plus.
59.5 to 70. He's got to get rid of it.
Isn't it amazing that we were talking about, James, when we were younger, watching Jack make the charge that he did at Augusta and winning at 46, everybody went ooh and ah. With these guys taking care of themselves now, the way Phil takes care of himself, and Tiger before the accident and everything, seeing these guys in the hunt now isn't a shock. Like Phil being in the hunt, in Augusta, it doesn't exactly shock you anymore. And when you see what he puts into it, I'm sure it shocks you even less.
Yeah, I mean, even at his age of 52, he spends as much time, if not more, than most guys out there, and just he's pretty much addicted to the game. I mean, he loves the grind. He's always out there, and yeah, he lost a lot of weight in the off season too, which is even more impressive for how good he's looking at his age. And I just remember we were playing Orlando the week before Augusta, and I'm like, man, he's hitting it good, even though he didn't have a great week. I was like, this looks really good. And I told him, I go, people, are afraid of Phil Mickelson in general, but a Phil Mickelson that's hitting fairways, that's the scariest thing I've ever seen. So
and putting good.
The funny thing is, and we were watching him, because James hits balls right in front of him every week, and I'm looking at his numbers as getting his ball speeds up to almost 180, and he's hitting it through the roof. And then you go out there, and we're leaving, and there's Phil still on the putting green, still working at it. So he really prepared himself really well for it. He worked his butt off.
It was interesting the few days leading up to it. I remember I read an article, and some people were kind of, okay, sure, Phil, whatever. Guys, I'm not that far away. I feel close. And to me, when a guy like Phil says that, I'm like, okay, everybody better look out. This is a guy, like you said, been there, done that. He knows this game. He knows what level he's at. And if he's ready to make a charge.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, like I said, he's been around long enough. He knows everything about the game. And when he says I'm ready, he means it. I mean, a lot of guys will fake it, but if he tells you I'm feeling good, you better watch out. So he's continually impressed me with his work ethic and just how much he puts into the game. And I think it's shown.
How about a guy like Brooks? I mean, have you talked to him much out there? And have you hung out with him, and what do you
Yeah,
know about his game
yeah, a
and what he's
little
like?
bit. I mean, I would say he's the most Tiger-esque guy out there as far as I'm going to take care of my business and I'm not here, to kind of screw around and just hang out with the guys. I'm here to play golf.
I like
So
the Tiger-esque.
yeah, that's the best. I mean, the best way to describe it, just his demeanor, his
Mhm.
walk, and just who he is as a person. So it's been cool watching him. He spends more time in a weight room than anyone else I've seen. Bryson goes off campus kind of to work out and do his thing, so I never get to see him in the gym. But I'll see Brooks in there getting done with the session when I'm getting in for a pre-round warm-up, and he's drenched in sweat. And I'll ask his trainer, like, "What'd you guys do this morning?" He's like, "Oh, full workout. He's got to get it in." So I'm like, "Yeah, same for me."
How do they do the pairings for you guys?
For Liv?
Yeah.
So round one's it's been different. 1 week we played as teams, which was really cool in Australia. They
Yeah.
had 3 guys go together and the captains played together. But
Okay.
every other week after that, it's kind of
Is it a random?
It'll go off ranking or just completely
Okay.
random. It's kind of a running joke with my caddy and I right now. I'm not in a good placement to Live as far as how I've been playing. So we go, is it hole 11 or hole 12 this week? And it's always one of the two.
So it's like college, right? They put the top 3 teams together.
Yeah, exactly.
And they put the next 3 teams, and then if you're in the fun bunch at the end, right?
Yeah, I mean, obviously
I
the
get
goal
it.
is to be in that 1B grouping on day 3 where they're the leaders are at. So
No, that's cool.
That's a continually grind at that and get after it.
And the reason why I asked is I was wondering, if you played with Kepka out there, have you done anything like that? That's what I asked.
Yeah, Brooks, I haven't played with yet. I've played with just about everyone else but Brooks, but I've hung around with him enough where I know him and I have his number and everything. But no, it's cool just kind of watching him from a distance do his thing, and you learn just from observing out there.
BC, what are you seeing out of this guy?
Oh, I would say the last year. I mean, this year there's a lot of information coming from Phil. That's what I can say. I mean, and he's going to be so much better for it. I mean, hanging out with these guys, Brendan Steele, these guys are such good people off the golf course. Phil, I got to know Phil. I mean, Phil would generally walk with me up the fairway, and these guys are walking slow, and Phil and I are sprinting up the fairway talking. And
not walking slow, they just run.
Phil's got one stride.
Yeah,
he's got a 5-yard stride.
Yeah,
That's
great. Tim, his brother, was looping for him. I'm like, is he always walk this fast? Even in practice rounds, he's 50 yards ahead of everyone. He's like, yeah, just let him go do his thing. He's like, and when he plays better, he walks faster. He goes, I got no chance, but I'm still here.
So for him to get all the peripheral stuff that Phil gives him, some of the business sense outside the game of golf and what he does, his personal life and how he prepares. Like, he got to see him prepare for a major.
Yeah.
Right up close, 5 feet away from him, every day. So he's going to be so much better for it. I think, right now he's not where he wants to be, but I think here in the next, hopefully this week and then on, he's going to be okay. And toward the end of the year, he's really, really going to be good.
You played some good golf, though.
Yeah, it's been
played some
sporadic.
good golf.
That's the best way to put it. Sporadic,
Yeah.
but piece it together and 3 good rounds changes a lot.
Yep.
Well, we can talk to you anytime, man. Anytime you want to chat, we love having you on. You're one of us, man, and we're always going to root for you. Good luck the rest of the season and certainly beyond. We're going to be watching you, no doubt about it.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
James Pyatt, our own. I can say that, right?
Yeah,
I
you
mean,
can.
he's one of us, right?
He wears the hat every week, by the way.
Yeah,
love it.
absolutely.
It's a great hat.
Go green.
Go white.
James Pyatt kindly joining us. Don't go anywhere. Ken Griffin, Director of Golf Sales and Marketing for Boyne Golf, joining us next year. Spin on Golf, 760 WJR.
Thanks, dog.
Yes, sir. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, James.
When are you leaving?
The headset.
You leaving?
Tomorrow.
Oh.
Yeah. So I was out there hacking it around on the Golden Fox.
I mean,
How's Golden?
you should see what the flags are
Oh
today.
my God, man.
I mean, you see what the flags are. What? It's unbelievable.
Is it that bad?
What are they doing? I mean, some of the flags are like this on the green. Like 14, I hit a pin high left. The pins on literally on the side of the listing. 25.
When we get a second, I know we're busy with the major, and obviously we're having him, but we got to mention his daughter.
That's
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
No, I appreciate that. Thank you.
Oh. Hey, Ken, I'll be right there.
Okay, good enough.
Good seeing you. Were you behind 18?
Yeah, Ross Patio.
Oh, you dog. It's my favorite place in the world right there. Second favorite place in the world. Jay
Not a bad
Slavsky's back
spot.
porch is better.
Yeah.
Don't want to talk about that.
Yeah. BC? All right, thank you. I'll shoot you some videos.
Yeah, shoot me a video like tomorrow.
Yeah.
Look at the bag.
Yeah. I'll be on the 95 at 3 o'clock.
All right, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Good luck. All right, boy.
On the back porch at the Ross.
You guys are never there together. That's a rare deal.
It is.
Well, we knew we had you on tonight, so we figured we all
We got to
better.
be here for the boss.
And I've got to
golf,
follow
Michigan.
Pyatt. The marketing guy has to follow Pyatt. Come on.
You better be damn good tonight.
Damn.
You don't have to do anything.
You might get preempted by the Koepka win here on 18, but no, just kidding.
Well, that's been
Beat
over
a
for a
good
while,
drive.
hasn't it?
Yeah, it's crazy.
I mean, the Michael Block story is obviously. I mean, I'm getting text message Block OMFG.
Yeah.
I mean, I've gotten like
For
10
sure.
of them.
Holy block.
Yeah, for sure.
Really a cool deal.
300 grand.
Yep. How's
That's a really cool deal.
How's
Yeah.
my favorite place there? The Ross course doing? Is it? Do they still have some holes closed or?
Wait till well, we're working on 16 now, but 13 and 15 are done, and 15 I think is going to
Cool.
rival Hills 13 for the best picture at the Highlands.
Really?
It's spectacular.
I saw the 3 bunkers stacked up on the right side, and then they added some green up to the left behind
There's
the
a-
bunkers.
There's a bench behind it, and that green, as big as it was, is like 60% bigger than it was.
Whoa.
And 13, the green got raised 3 feet. And
Are we
it's an
talking
entire new
Ross?
green?
Yeah, Ross course. Yeah.
13
They
is.
raised 13.
Seminole
right?
15.
Seminole 15. Yeah, with the pine trees.
Oh,
down the middle.
par 5?
They're palm
Yeah.
trees in Florida, but they're pine trees.
Wait
in
a
North
second.
Michigan.
You said you did what to that green?
It's 3 feet higher, and
Oh, I thought you
all
said
those bunkers
30
are
feet
gone.
bigger.
It's an entirely new green. It's an entirely new bunker complex,
Okay.
Oh wow.
and it's shortcut, kind of like Hills 4 is. So it rolls off on the sides with a really thin cut.
I can never hit the green anyway, so.
Shit. I can't even get to the right. I can't even get to the right fairway anymore. I got to go left.
There's a fairway there?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
There's 2 of them.
Used to be a driver 5-iron over there now. It's-
exactly.
Used to.
Welcome back. It's Spin on Golf on WJR. Presented by Rocket Mortgage and the Rocket Mortgage Classic coming to Detroit Golf Club June 29th through July 2nd. Once again, here are PGA professionals Jordan Young, Brian Cairns, Mike Fay, and WJR's own Sean Baligian.
All right, Scheffler shoots a 65 today. He is 7 under, currently 2 strokes behind Brooks Koepka, who is
on 18.
Can he 4-putt?
on 18.
Oh, I hope not.
Victor is 3 strokes behind. So unless something catastrophic happens, famous last words.
Putting for birdie, Victor.
I heard a stat today about Koepka. If he wins, which obviously he's going to, he'll have 3 PGAs.
Yes, 3.
And there's only 2 other guys that have ever done that before.
No, it's incredible.
One guy's named Tiger.
Yep.
The other guy's name is it Jack?
Yeah.
Is that right?
He won back-to-back U.S. Open, back-to-back PGAs. So
tied second.
amazing how that works out. But hey, let's talk about golf in our great state of Michigan. Kindly joining us, Ken Griffin, Director of Golf Sales and Marketing for Boyne Golf. And Ken, first of all, thanks for joining us. I'm sure you've got an eye on what's going on at the PGA as well. Let's start there. What have you thought of this tournament?
Well, I mean, it should be no shock that Koepka gets up for a major. I mean, when doesn't he? You know, I always said, I was talking to somebody today. I said, if I had an NFL team, I'd want him to just play in Super Bowls and playoffs. He could just sit on the sidelines the rest of the time, but he'd win the other ones for you. So no, I mean, he always gets up for it. So how do you bet against him?
No, good call there. Hey, you guys are busy right now. You've got all 10 courses open now. I mean, business is flying, I'm sure, for you.
It is. It's amazing what a little change to the weather did. I mean, this was our first really, really busy weekend, and I mean, it has been jamming. It's been like midsummer. this weekend. So looks like the weather's going to stick around, and temps are in the 70s today, and kind of nice to sit on the back patio of the Ross and watch people playing behind me.
You know, it's not very often that somebody makes BC envious. BC, you're usually the guy making others envious. Today, you're envious,
I
though.
am so envious of where he is right now. I want to be on that Ross course where I want to be.
Now, you guys were talking during the break. I mean, for the benefit of our StreamYard viewers, so many improvements, so many things that you've been working on. What are some of the things you guys have been working on up there at Boyne Golf?
Well, take the course behind me. So on the Ross, I mean, we had Ross 15 shut down last year while we redid it. And it's a replica of Aronimink number 11. And it's done now, and it is spectacular. We were talking off air. I think it's going to rival Hills 13 for one of the best shots, one of the best holes to play at Boyne Highlands. But that's not it. We did 13. We did 15. We put new tee boxes, moved the tee boxes over, and installed a new tee box and the forward tees at number 2 and a couple bunkers. So, I mean, the Ross is a lot different course.
Whoa, you added bunkers on number 2? What? Back that up again.
Number 2?
What?
Well,
Where did you put those bunkers? Down the right?
BC, if you hit the first one, it's going to be a problem because it's about 40 yards out in front of the forward tee. But the other one's up on the right-hand side, up at the top of that knuckle before you dogleg left.
That's kind of nasty.
The one up around the corner? No.
Yeah, the little shorty up around the corner. Yeah, I mean, that's where you
Yeah, but there's one.
right. Yeah.
There's a bunker on the right there now too. So
Before you get to the pine trees?
Yeah, before
Yeah.
you get to the trees. Yeah.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah.
But Ross 15, it used to have 5 big bunkers. Now it's got 20 smaller bunkers. So we increased the bunker count. We're now at 126 bunkers on the Ross.
20.
You went from how many to how many on that hole?
We went from 5 to 20.
I think I hit it in one of those 5 last year. It's the first time I've ever hit it in a bunker there. I didn't think you could hit it in the bunkers there.
On 15?
Yeah, uphill?
Yeah. The bunkers are way over here.
Yeah, it's uphill par 4.
Right.
Yeah, it's
Great.
new hole spectacular.
Ken Griffin, director.
Thanks, Ken.
It's about us, Ken. Thanks.
Ken Griffin, director of golf sales and marketing for Boyne Golf. And I was just about to say, Ken's just sitting back. He lobbed the softball, and the boys are playing with it. So this is it's all good.
Well, I played it last night.
I know one of the things that you were talking about as well, some improvements to the irrigation system as well. Talk about that.
Well, at all 3 properties. I mean, one of the things is we put in variable speed pumps, which let us have way better control over the water. So a lot better sustainability. We're maximizing our efficiency on the water, but we actually have new pump installations. It's not fancy, but boy, it just makes a lot better playing conditions and a lot better turf conditions because we have better control of the water going on at the course. And we did it at all 3 properties. All 10 courses are impacted.
That's awesome. By the way, it was inevitable. Brooks Koepka took care of business. His 3rd PGA, first time winning on the tour in over 2 years. So congratulations.
What's America gonna do now?
Congratulations. Well, we'll get to that. I promise you. Ken Griffin, director of golf sales and marketing for Boyne. Ken, one of the things that I know we always like to talk about is everybody's planning their, golf destinations. There are so many great courses in this state. As I mentioned, you offer 10 of them, but you've got some great deals coming up, some packages going up, and I wanted to give you an opportunity to talk about that for a moment. If somebody's, looking to head up to one of your entities.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we've been booking this summer since July of last summer. But fortunately, with the number of rooms that we have and the number of beds that we have and the number of courses that we have, and we do still have some availability. So in honor of the PGA Championship, we have a PGA special this weekend. It's for golf packages in the month of June. And then we have some tee time specials, 20% off tee times from now till June 18th, Father's Day weekend. Midweek tee time Sunday through Thursday on select courses. So, but 20% off is a pretty good savings midday.
Oh, that's awesome. And by the way, if you haven't booked your tee time yet or reserved your Boyne Golf package, now's your chance. I mean, this deal's only good through June 18th and something for everybody up there to be sure.
Yeah, all the properties are awesome. I mean, we'll be up there in a few weeks.
2 weeks, yeah. State Pro-Am.
Hopefully, it's not going to be irrigated like it was last year because it rained. I think for the 2 days we had the
Yeah,
State
it was-
Pro-Am, but always fun. State Pro-Am is always a great time. Up at the Highlands, we'll be up at the. Was it the Ross and the Heather this year? or is it-
No,
no Hills.
Hills and
Okay,
Heather, yes.
Hills and the
And
Heather,
then,
yeah.
we'll be back up State Pro-Am or
I
not
always-
State Pro-Am for Tournament of Champions at the.
Yeah,
At the mountain?
which I love the Alpine. It's in my top 10 in the state. I love the Alpine. God, is it a cool?
And I made it a project to book my accommodations early this year because last year it was a little difficult because they're really busy.
Yeah.
Really busy.
Well,
Ken, I tell people this all the time. I remember 15 years, now it's got to be 12 years ago now, 13 years ago, when Bernie said, we're going to keep these things in championship condition every single day of the year. And he hasn't turned back. You guys haven't turned back on that. The place
No,
is
we've-
spectacular, and it always is.
Thank you, BC. We've made more changes in this since last summer than I've seen in the 15 years. You're talking about the Alpine. Some of the changes we implemented on more working with Ray Hearn 2 years ago got implemented on the Alpine this year. So the fairways are actually wider. They brought them back. We've got a lower cut around the green so that a recreational golfer has more shot options. So never trying to rest on our laurels, always trying to improve the golf experience.
That's awesome.
Over 8 miles of new cart paths as well. I mean, that's never easy. And as you said, it's all about improving that entire golf experience.
Right. I mean, we're a national destination. We had the last 2 years, we had players from 48 states come in each of the last 2 years. So that works because we have better air access than we'd had in the past. We see people from Michigan inviting their friends to Michigan to play golf. You open the show talking about what great golf we have. There's no question. I mean, 650 public courses and another 150 private. And Michigan has great golf. Bring your friends in and let them see.
No doubt about that. Once again, Ken Griffin, Director of Golf Sales and Marketing for Boyne Golf. I know, Ken, you are going to be hosting an event for WJR up there as well. Tell everybody about that if they haven't heard it yet.
Well, right after the Pro-Am, the Pure Michigan Radio Tour. Fortunately, we're typically a stop on that trip, and we are again this year. And I believe the broadcast guy's going to be broadcasting the 7th of June.
Yep.
From about 40 feet from where I'm sitting. We'll be over in the Ross Grill.
What day is that? A Wednesday? Might have to stick around for this.
It's a Wednesday.
Yeah,
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. We'll have to stick
Yeah,
around
right
that
after
day,
you guys
maybe.
are here.
Yeah, I told my wife I won't be home that day either.
That's an extra night.
Yeah, next night at over at Bay Harbor. That's okay.
Ken, what's the best way to get a hold of you guys? Just tell them to go to BoyneGolf.com.
BoyneGolf.com, because you have access to all the courses, any of the tee times. There's information there. It can take you to the hotels and room options and package options. So we think it's the best source is BoyneGolf.com.
Great stuff. Hey, listen, we got about a minute to go, but anything that we left out, certainly we want to give you the opportunity to get out there. So many things going on, Ken. Here's your chance.
Well, I think that's just the big thing is that every time I turn around, Bernie's coming to me going, hey, wait a minute, I've got another project. And there'll be news. We've been working with Ray Hearn for a couple of years to develop a short course here. So not ready to make official announcements yet, but there will be more information coming in the next month or two about development of a short course here at Boyne Highlands.
Steakhouse? How's the steakhouse coming?
Short course first.
Okay.
Hey,
Which is a
next thing
good
you know,
thing.
in 10 years, we'll have a Formula One up there.
That's
or
right.
something.
Hey, BoyneGolf.com. Plan your destination, BoyneGolf.com, and we always appreciate him. Ken Griffin, Director of Golf Sales and Marketing for Boyne Golf. Sounds like the season's off to a great start. Continued success to everybody up there, Ken.
Thanks, Sean. Thanks, guys. Good to see you and can't wait to see you in a couple of weeks.
Thank you,
For
Ken.
sure. Thank you, Ken.
Ken Griffin kindly joining us here. Spin on Golf, 760 WJR.
Thanks,
I'm gonna
guys.
talk about your daughter.
Yeah,
Thank
thanks,
you,
Kenny.
Ken. Great stuff.
seeing
Thank
ya.
you. I'm going to talk about your daughter when we come back.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to say, Brooks isn't the only champ today or something like that. And that's my softball to you. So crush
Okay.
it.
Did you guys hear the geese in the background there?
Yeah,
That was great.
That was great.
That was great.
Turn them off.
Shoot. Oh, I can't say that. Nope. I have enough bird problems. I don't have any.
Did you guys talk about this
Last year or this
last week?
yeah.
What's that?
First,
LPGA.
yeah.
Yeah.
Minji
Over
Lee.
Montclair.
Well, we didn't get. They weren't done yet.
They weren't done.
Oh,
They
that's
still
right.
had holes to go. Yeah.
Had a
Yeah,
playoff.
it's weird. Like this when we do the 6 to 7 show, a lot of time.
We don't catch it.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
weird.
No.
Because we did 7 to 8 the last few years, so switching it this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dave Rieger. Oh, Dave Rieger. He
Are those
texted me.
peanut M&Ms? What is it?
So
Okay,
Oh,
I got
what
you.
are those?
No.
see, I
If they're
think Dil-
peanuts,
I
we
think
would
Dylan's
attack
going to
them.
play with me up at the state program.
Really? Got to get him some wedges.
Well, he's
Well, you got to get wedges.
I got to get wedges, and he's
Got no wedges.
Why?
left my wedges out here somewhere, and somebody snagged them.
Oh no. That's not good.
I mean, I have backups, and I already had new ones ordered, but they're not here yet. I ordered them a month ago. Scheffler, just always
Right there, man.
I mean, that's a nice board though. Koepka, Scheffler, Hovland, DeChambeau, Davis, Kitayama.
Dude,
Rory.
how far did your boy fall?
Who?
Connor.
Oh yeah, he's
There
probably
he
right
is.
there.
That's 75
Yeah.
today.
5 over.
Yeah.
Hey, he's coming back next year. No big deal. Look
You-
at that.
you-
Michael Block.
You saw
right,
the meltdown coming yesterday. Were you watching it?
right on the button.
His meltdown.
Yeah.
Yeah, when
you-
he hit it.
I didn't see any of it.
Yeah. He
He
yeah.
played really good.
Yeah, when he hit it between the rough and he had to take a drop,
Mhm.
you could see it. Just like honestly, you could watch it. Would you agree?
Mhm.
He just
Well, I don't think he had a choice. Like,
no,
No.
but you could see he started to lose it. You know, he was
Yeah, well,
just
Brooks hit it. Brooks hit in the water on number 6 today.
yeah.
I don't.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I'll drop
Do you
it
think
there.
he lost
Okay.
it? He
I
had-
thought he did.
He had a birdie chance in the last 2 holes. He hit it to like 10, 12 feet in the last hole and
I,
missed it.
I thought he did. He lost a couple of strokes like that. It
Well,
was just
yeah.
kinda
I
like,
mean, he hit it in the
yeah.
bunker and did what Hovland did,
yeah,
and
Unbelievable.
then he had to drop it in the crap.
yeah.
Free
We were
drop.
Iversell and I were watching it.
So
He-
I mean, I don't think he lost it.
Mike, what's up with the bunker? I mean, can you make bunkers that you can hit out of?
It
Well, what
looks
is
like
the
a
deal?
They're just a
napkin
fresh.
that got all wet, and you just hold it like this, and it's like all folded in like this. You can't even hit a shot.
What are you talking about?
The bunker.
The bunkers. I mean,
Where? There?
I mean, do you think Donald Ross
Yeah.
made bunkers? First of all, there's no way they could have mowed those back in the
I
early
mean, 'cause the
1900s.
faces are all grass.
They're grass down, they droop down,
know.
almost
And
they
they-
almost tuck under
I don't
and
know
all
now.
if
these
I like that.
curves in them and stuff.
Yeah, it's like what's
what was he? A stroke back? I think Connors was a stroke back at the time.
He was leading.
Was he leading?
Yeah, and then he dropped one back.
Yeah.
And then he missed the must have put in the last hole for about 10, 12 feet, I think, to be tied for the lead.
Because that's what Mike and I were watching. We're like, Sunday's going to be rough for him. You could tell just looking at him. He just seemed unsettled.
He's pretty like,
Yeah,
yeah, he's very.
Welcome back. It's Spin on Golf on WJR. Presented by Rocket Mortgage and the Rocket Mortgage Classic coming to Detroit Golf Club June 29th through July 2nd. Once again, here are PGA professionals Jordan Young, Brian Cairns, Mike Fay, and WJR's own Sean Baligian.
pretty good company here. Thanks to Rieger for this, our fine producer.
Dave Rieger?
Brooks Koepka wins the PGA Championship for the 3rd time. He joins Jack Nicklaus as the only players to win the tournament 3 times in a 6-year span.
Who won it the most? Hagen, Nicholas there.
Nicholas.
Was it Hagen and no? It wasn't Hogan.
No,
But-
Hagen, Nicholas. Here's our PGA president, John Leonard, who's from
Yeah.
East Lansing, Country Club of Lansing, representing the PGA of America, speaking right now. And John's a really good dude and
Yep. Good guy.
good guy.
friend.
Yeah, really good. And he's going to give this crystal bowl to Michael Block, which is
Pretty
wow.
cool.
Yeah, really cool.
Unbelievable story. Not the only champion around here today, though. We're talking about, right?
Yeah.
Mike Fay,
We have a champion around
Yes.
here.
congratulations.
Thank
Nice.
you. No, she has worked very hard. So
Who's she?
Rachel Fay.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
do you know her?
I do know
Are you,
her.
are you familiar with her work?
that a niece?
Amazing.
Is
That's
that a
why I
niece?
haven't been here. We've been
Okay.
on the junior tour circuit, and she won today.
That's
We went up
awesome.
to Emerald and St. John's. So very proud of her. That's pretty awesome. She works really hard.
She's a sophomore, correct?
Right.
Wow.
she's practicing, like, getting ready for like all the kids, right? Getting ready for finals, stuff like that. And she's just out there just practicing and working hard. It's good.
That's awesome. Congratulations to Rachel.
Yeah.
How'd you putt the emerald? Because those greens, they could get
It was
goofy.
very interesting with the girls. If you got it,
the greens are like,
if you got it above the hole,
chance.
there was a very large percentage that was going to be a 3-putt. Yeah, so the kids started learning as they started playing and laying up and then chipping to it.
Yep.
Yeah.
And by the way, BC, you were correct. Most wins at the PGA. Jack with 5, Walter Hagen with 5, Jack also with 4 runner-ups.
Well, you don't know.
5 wins, 4 runner-ups.
They posted it behind you on the TV, but
Oh,
your
did they
back's
really?
to TV,
That's what I
so we look like we know what we're talking about.
Phil, as we were doing that show a couple of years ago, oldest winner, he was 50 years old, just a few weeks before his 51st birthday. And that was awesome to watch as well. So Brooks, as I mentioned, had not won on the tour. He won in 2019, and then he won again in 2021, February of 2021. He hadn't won in a couple of years. So he had 2 in the span of, 4 years. I think it's safe, Brooks, is to say that he's serving notice again.
I think, yeah. And we'll get into some of the details later on in the show, what's going to happen with with Zach Johnson and the PGA muckety mucks, the higher ups, and what are they going to do with Brooks Koepka now?
Yeah.
What are they going to do come fall in
Ryder Cup
in Rome? Yes, Rome. What are they going to do?
He is
Great
he is a badge. I think now, at least I was thinking today, like, he's won some massive events and some majors. Obviously, he's getting, if he isn't already there, he's getting into that. I want to say Tiger area, but he's in the conversation. He's past Rory.
Look at Rieger. Look at Rieger.
He's past
Rieger.
Rory.
He's got the head nod going. So
I'm
high.
not saying he's Tiger because he's not even close, but he's past Rory.
5.
He's got 5 majors.
He's past Rory.
Listen to what the man's saying.
Okay, and I mean, he's better than, I don't want to say he's better than DJ, but he's past DJ. Like, who's beyond him? Who is beyond Rahm?
I'm not arguing too much.
Rahm won the Masters. You know what he finished this week? 50th. Okay, no big deal. I mean, you can't play good all the time, but okay.
He's saying Scheffler.
Scheffler. What Scheffler won major-wise? 1, 2?
I can look it up.
Okay. I mean, Scheffler's been the best player on the planet the last 2 years.
I'm not arguing with you.
But I'm saying this guy is now inching up and up and up. I mean, he is very, very relevant.
Scheffler has 1 major.
Yeah, I
Just
mean,
1.
I know, but he's been the best player the last 2 years.
Oh, no question
And
about
again,
it.
he finished second.
I'm backing what you're saying. I think the proof is in the pudding for a guy to have the success that he did in that couple year span, 17 to 19, and that kind of fell off, if you remember, in 19, and then come back with a win like this. How do you deny it?
Especially with some controversial couple seasons, and the Masters kind of looked like he might be there to win it. It didn't work out, and he was probably pissed. And he came back and said, I'm going to win this thing. And, longer course, perfect course for him.
This will put him tied for 15th on the all-time list of majors with James Braid, John Henry Taylor.
Oh, those are 2 guys I know really well.
And Byron Nelson.
I know him.
Peter Thompson.
Know him.
I mean, he won 5 British Opens.
Yeah.
Seve.
Yep.
Tom Morris Sr. Tom Morris Jr. Oh, sorry, those are 4. And they already have Koepka listed up there at number 5.
I think to your point, Jordan, I mean, whether people want to admit it or not, you're measured by your majors, and you've got 5 now. Well, and listen to that group that BC just brought up.
Pretty awesome group.
Pretty hard to deny that.
Yeah.
Well, just to say that guys are like, I mean, Tiger, right? Tiger was the king and probably will always be the king of like, I'm just gonna win, and you wins. I mean, we would watch events. Well, who's gonna win? Well, Tiger. Like,
yeah.
What was his win rate? Like 30%?
No, it was higher than that. I think it was higher than that. I mean, when he was in his prime, it was like 44%.
Like, that's unheard of.
Yeah,
like,
stupid.
Unheard of. Like, if you won 5% of the time, that's kind of unheard of.
Rocco told me at the PGA one year, I said, Rocco, what's your schedule this year? Every event, Tiger's not playing. Excuse me? Do you hear that tree frog out there? You hear
Yeah,
those
I
frogs
know.
out there?
He wants to join in.
Yeah.
Is that a not? Oh, that's our tree frog.
Yeah.
You think about Brooks
Jeez.
and what he's got. We were talking about the knee injury and the rehab and all that stuff. Takes time off, and then the whole blonde hair thing and all that stuff. I mean, it's nuts.
Pretty hard to deny it.
Mhm.
I don't know why Rieger's being so mean to Brooks right now. I'm trying to figure it out.
You what?
Hey,
You don't
Rig-
like him?
Rieger, can you get another headset for the frog?
By the way, Brooks is still just 33 years old, guys. I mean, that's a crazy thing about it. He's only 33. And the way things are going and the way guys are taking care of themselves.
Guess what? He's in the majors for the next 5 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, regardless of
He's in
where
the
he plays
majors.
golf.
Yeah, it doesn't matter where he plays golf. He's
You know
in the
what?
majors for the next 5
Think
years.
about him right now. Like he's on the live tour. He got paid.
Mhm.
Whatever he got paid. What was it 100 or I don't even know what it was. Right. So he's kind of injured. I know we're going to talk about this a little later, but now he's like, all right. So whatever happens, happens. If we don't get to play in events, he's like, screw this. I'm going to win this. I get to play for another 5 years, regardless of what happens.
He gets to play in the
I get to
PGA
play
the
the
rest of his
majors.
life, right? He gets,
Yeah.
Yes. It's
He was probably pissed he didn't win the Masters because he could have played that for the rest of his life. Now he wins this, he can play this. That's probably what he's like. That's what spurred him on.
Yeah, there's no doubt that just motivates this guy. Yeah, no doubt about it. It's
Well,
but it doesn't make it any easier.
No, heavens
mean-
no. No. All right, so we will be talking about this in the second hour of the show, no doubt about that. Check in with the LPGA as well. And Mike Fay always
Mike
has
Fay's
his
here. Yep.
eyes on what's going on there. Coming up at 7:06, as a matter of fact. Yes, I'm being precise. Jason Langwell, the executive director of the Rocket Mortgage Classic. It is really not too far away. Always seems to sneak up on us, and this year's certainly not going to be any exception. Really looking forward to that. June 27th through July 2nd. Don't go anywhere. Second hour, a free hour of Spin on Golf here on a Sunday night.
Brooks.
As they say in hockey,
WJR.
extra time. Watch the Netflix episode on Brooks.
Rieger, you can separate the two. You may not like the guy. You can call him a loser.
I don't like
What
Tiger
Jordan-
personally either. I don't like him
Jordan
either.
is saying is 100% factual.
Yeah,
I mean,
the guy's good.
He went in a different. Now he's in a different strategy.
I don't like Rory either.
I'm just saying, like, he's radar, like, in a different spot.
Yes, yeah, he is. The trajectory just changed.
Well, I don't know. Well, we had James Pyatt there, but yeah, I didn't know how to do that.
And I like to hear what James said about him, right? I want to know what he's seeing.
He is an enigma when he's there.
Where the heck was that tree from?
I have no idea.
Like right behind
I
think
thought it
he's-
was in our. I thought it was in.
I think he was inside the door there for a second.
I thought Ken was still on, and he was like,
I
Yeah,
thought.
anytime James Pyatt's here, we're gonna
"Yeah, absolutely.
Just stop by. If we can get you on, we'll get you on.
It's
dog.
just part of the show." You should have introduced him as the amateur champion, so we all knew, right? I would have liked to ask him about Sam Bennett. Sam Bennett. Yeah.
Where does he live? BC, where does he live?
Who, James?
Yeah. Jupiter. Yeah, but up here.
His house.
Yeah, where's that at?
Oh, I was also going to say he has competition now, because the girl from The Voice is from here too, right? I don't know. They're down to what, 5 or 3 or whatever. There's a girl that's local here that's competing on that show, The Voice, and she's down, I think, to the final 5. I don't know if they had an elimination this week or not, but from Canton, yeah. West, Megan West, not Megan West, something West.
So he made that commute from Canton to CC.
Yeah, which
Commute.
because but
Well, Beck Road's a disaster. I don't want anything to do with Beck Road.
I see they paved.
That whole area is
They've paved Napier.
They did?
Yeah, it's brand new.
From here
It's
up?
beautiful.
No shit.
Yeah, I just took it the other day on Friday.
Yeah, you'd go right there to
F-
Walnut.
Well, I went south on Walnut Creek and then
That whole Beck Wixom Road is it's a disaster because you have.
I mean, Beck needs to be 4 lanes,
Oh,
but it can't be.
It can't.
There's no room.
No, it can't be.
It's
Where
done.
we live, you can't. Do it.
You, what a nightmare Beck is.
7 mile to 9 mile. There's nothing that can be done. There's nothing. So I just knew when I used to have to pick up my daughter from school, like it's 5 minutes away. You knew it was going to be 30, 35 minutes. You just knew it. There's nothing you can do. Okay, cool. I'm just going to sit here for the next 35.
Who's phone? Okay, you.
That's fine. Hi, hon. I'm in a break on the show. I'm so sorry. No, it's all right. No, we do a 2-hour special because it's the major. It's all good. Everything all right?
I just wanted to say hi. Have another hour and a half before I leave, but just wanted to say hello.
Well, do you want me to call you?
Sounds like my mom might be selling her house on the condo, like all yesterday.
Whoa.
I'm waiting for her to call me.
Condo I'm right about.
The condo.
what's that?
Fucking the place I was going to buy, lady just changed her mind. Nah, I'm not going to sell it.
So I might go up. I might go up Saturday and stay or try to stay if they got a room at Forest Dunes. Play Saturday night there and then head up Sunday.
That's
Play somewhere Sunday.
usually my plan.
Play
Sunday will.
Sunday up there and then Monday, Tuesday. Are you gonna get,
Sounds like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday to me now.
are you gonna
Since
get Monday early time?
like
10.
10, yeah, 10. I got to ask Justin about 10 o'clock. So in case it's nice, we can go fishing later on and get some
Jason's
lake
on
trout.
the phone, not a streamer. My wife is in Jackson Hole. She said it's the most beautiful place.
The worst flight in and flight out you'll ever imagine. It's like boom,
Straight up and straight down. Right?
oh, it's horrendous.
Yeah.
She said it was the worst flight ever.
Yep.
She just had to fly to Salt Lake, so that's why she called me. But she said like Jackson Hole is like one of the coolest places she's ever been.
It's nice.
Really cool place,
Yeah.
but that overrated. I'll never go back there again because
Really?
of the flight.
Okay,
Ever.
glad to hear that. I just hate flying as it is.
Yeah, it's not fun. Not fun at all. My wife's going to Guatemala this week.
Okay.
Do some work,
Do some work.
charity work.
Charity work. You got it. Yep. Guatemala. Ooh. I said, ooh, boy, you thought the Dominican Republic was bad? Hang on to your hat.
What was Joey Valeno thinking?
Did you see how gross was that?
What was he thinking?
So game between Switzerland and Canada, they're up against the boards. They're fighting for the puck. He literally, I'm not.
He lifted it up a foot and a half,
lifted
2
his
feet
leg up like this and stomped on the guy's leg.
on the
Like,
front
it's
part of
just-
it. Thank
it's
God.
disgusting.
Yeah, on
It's
the
like,
pad, right.
you shouldn't play anymore. Like you lost the right to play.
Five
That's a Bertuzzi.
games.
That's a Bertuzzi move.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
got 5 games.
Yeah,
That's it?
It's a guy.
I mean, the guy should be charged with a criminal intent
Well,
to do bodily harm.
I don't know what would
That's an ice skate.
It is. It's sharp.
that would be like kicking somebody in the head while they're on the ground
It's insane.
with your boot.
Hey, I text you guys about the club toss. Did you see his club toss?
Oh yeah, I saw it.
Awesome.
It
I
was
mean,
great.
it was so good, so refreshing to watch it. And they kept showing it over and over. I'm like, this is great.
I'm not saying he's fricking the same. Nobody's Tiger. Nobody. Nobody will ever be like that.
And Tiger will never
But
be
I'm
that.
saying Brooks is moving into like the top 5.
Tiger's still not the best.
Jack is.
Jack is.
Jack's the best.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't agree. I think Tiger was just so dominant
He was, but
in a tougher
if we
era.
measure everything, if the major's the only thing that matters, doesn't that count for something?
I just
How many,
think the
how many
golfers.
seconds for Jack? 24?
It's insane.
You know what? I don't think Tom Brady's the greatest. He won the most Super Bowls. He's definitely not the greatest. So, okay.
I mean, neither was Joe Montana, but everyone says Joe Montana's one of the best.
Joe Montana.
I thought
I watched
He
Montana.
knows how to lead a
I
team.
thought Joe until the Falcons Super Bowl. When Brady brought them back in that that's it. That's it.
That was Shanahan's fault.
Well, no doubt about it. That was a collapse.
Jeez.
But
Could've run the ball. Come on.
What do you mean, Shannon?
Such a hater. This is so funny.
Come on.
I can't stand Tom Brady. Can't stand him. But I also go like this and go.
I mean, he's freaking.
how many Super Bowls you won? 5?
He gets it done.
7?
He's the best.
7
He's
Super
a
Bowls?
like a surgeon.
Never lost the Super Bowl.
He's the best.
That's
Sorry. That's that.
that's unbelievable.
Yeah.
I mean, gee, we'd just like to get to one. Detroit, just give us one, please.
Don't.
That's right.
No, I heard a good. You know what? I actually listened to something. I listened to some on 97.1 yesterday, and they were saying, this is good because they were talking about karma and the spirit world. Would you take 10 bad years?
Welcome back.
in a row
It's Spin on Golf
all
on
Detroit
WJR.
sports, give
Presented
one
by
great year
Rocket Mortgage
Detroit Lions?
and the Rocket Mortgage Classic coming to Detroit Golf
said
Club
yes.
June 29th through July 2nd. Once again, here are PGA professionals Jordan Young, Brian Cairns, Mike Fay, and WJR's own Sean Baligian.
Welcome in hour number 2. Yes, we have 2 hours when a major is in place. PGA Championship today. Of course, congratulations to Brooks Koepka for getting the job done. Of course, Detroit's major. I affectionately call it Detroit's major, the Rocket Mortgage Classic. Creeping up on us. We're a little over a month away, and I'm sure that our next guest has been busy as always. I'm convinced about 5 minutes after the win last year, this guy started working on 2023. So he's been working for about 11 months now. He is, of course, the executive director of the Rocket Mortgage Classic, Jason Langwell. Jason, really appreciate you taking the time as always. How are you?
I'm doing great, fellas. Good to be with you on little major championship Sunday here.
Yeah, let's start there. Brooks Koepka gets it done. I think it's a great story. His 5th major, his first time winning a tour event in a couple years, a great comeback story today. And certainly he left no doubt.
He sure didn't. Played some really good golf. Just kind of shut the door. Didn't let anyone in. And he hit it great all week. It was fun to watch. Soak Hill there was really, really something this week. I was kind of glad to see the PGA Championship play as difficult as it did. I love what Kerry Haig did with the golf course and how he set it up and made for some really entertaining viewing, kind of a little closer to par than they normally are for a PGA Championship.
We're gonna get the golf club like that this year, Jason.
We'll try. Rough's going to be up. It's hard to get outside of the U.S. Open track or a place like Oak Hill. It's hard to get any of them where you can keep it under 20 anymore, no matter what week you're talking about. But the golf course is great out there right now. The Detroit Golf Club. Rough's going to be good. I like it at the end of June too. It's able to keep the rough a little more luscious without the summer kind of burning it out a little bit. And you get around those greens come end of June, you have trouble getting it up and down.
Jason Jordan here. We see at the beginning of the week they're talking about maybe 2 or 3 scores under par, and I see a handful of them here, maybe about 10 or 11. You never really know until kind of the week of how the course might change. We've seen at the Rocket it be firm and fast, which usually is because of the time of the year. This course changed this week. Right. It was raining. I mean, you had some weather issues. It got softer, then it got firm again. So I'm sure we've seen some different stuff at the Rocket. You just never know. Now, do you think the time change, moving it up a little bit, will affect that at all?
Oh, for Rocket, no. I think I love the golf course at the end of June out there. I mean, it was good at the end of July. It's just harder. The rough was up, but it thins out a little bit. But when you look at scoring, scoring's been pretty consistent, year in, year out, right in that 20 to 25 range. And as you guys know, we don't fiddle with par like every other PGA Tour event does. We played a par 72. Every other event that people make comparisons, right? They like to make comparisons to other events. They're par 70 or 71. It's really easy for us to take one of these long, one of these shorter par 5s and turn into a long 4, and immediately there's 4 shots off a par. And some do that twice. Yeah,
Guys are
so when
gonna-
you
the
really
best-
line it up and do the math, it holds up really well.
Best player's going to win anyway. I don't care what the par set 80. Who cares?
Mhm.
The best player's going to
no.
play and win.
We're only 6
and
weeks
the
away.
tour pros don't care. Yeah, the tour
Yeah.
pros don't care. They love
Yeah.
coming here. They love this golf course. And those, that's the best part about it. Our date changes have wreaked a little bit of havoc just on like year in, year out planning, but it's really helped us to get a diversified field, and that's helping us because we get different guys that have come every year. You guys like Adam and Patrick that came last year for the first time, leaving being like, really like this place, and they're telling people about it. So that really helps us. And we're just in our 5th year. Every PGA Tour event's pretty much 25, 30 years old. We've had an amazing. It's hard to believe it's 5 years now. Come this year, but we had a really, really good 5-year run.
We're only 6 weeks away from Championship Sunday, and of course, what we affectionately call Detroit's Major, the Rocket Mortgage Classic. Jason Langwell, Executive Director, joining us. It's great to talk to you about golf, and we'll do it every week, Jason, but we would be remiss if we didn't mention how much Rocket Mortgage Classic has given back to the community in so many ways, and now you guys have a new program that's giving back as well. Tell us a little bit about Golf and Give.
Yeah, no, definitely want to do that. I mean, as you said, Dan Gilbert's vision from day one, I'm bringing this event here, is figure out a way to shine a spotlight on Detroit and impact the outcome in the community. And our Changing the Course initiative to end Detroit's digital divide continues to be our primary focus and mission. We've raised over $7 million for nonprofits since our beginning, $4 million towards our Changing the Course initiative. But Golf and Give is a new program this year. It's going to give many other local nonprofits an opportunity to use this platform. This is a great event to raise funds for their mission. So we have 44 participating organizations this year. Really simple. Fans can go to rocketmortgageclassic.com to purchase their tickets to come out to the event. And when they do, they can choose their preferred nonprofit there. And then they can put their code in when they go to purchase their tickets, and $30 from every ticket they purchase goes directly to that nonprofit. There's no fees involved. We help these organizations with marketing materials. So it's really super simple. You go to rocketmortgageclassic.com, you select Golf and Give, choose the charity you want, and every time you buy a ticket, every ticket you buy, $30 goes to that nonprofit. And we're really excited about that program this year. A lot of but a lot of the listeners don't know that our event's a 501c3, and it's our mission to go generate proceeds not only for our mission, but for the mission of other charities in town. So really excited about launching that program this year.
Very cool.
Oh, how cool. And this is running through June 1st, correct? So there's time for people to get involved in this. We've got another, 11 days?
Another 11
Hang
days
on a
to do it. Yeah,
thinks of
another
this
11
stuff,
days to do it. I think we see
awesome.
a big pop here coming out of this major and leading into the U.S. Open as kind of the weather turns, as we saw today, the beautiful weather we're having. So excited for fans to go. Tickets are selling fast too. We're trending towards, like we did in our first couple of years in this date window, a sellout. So outside of the ability to support nonprofits, fans need to get quickly to rocketmortgageclassic.com to get their tickets before they're gone.
Awesome. Make sure you go to rocketmortgageclassic.com. You can find out more about Golf and Give as well. Ground tickets, as you mentioned, still available. I'm assuming that people better act on that pretty quickly, because what we've seen, Jason, over the last few years is you wait too late, you might not get that chance.
No, that's exactly right. And we'll continue to make some announcements about our field. We'll make some announcements here over the next week or so about another couple top 20 players that'll be entering the field, maybe 3 of them. And the experience we're going to have on site is going to be better than ever this year. We have our community days again. So while fans can go buy tickets Thursday to Sunday, we have 3 free days of amazing golf early in the week. The Sunday before for the John Shippen, fans can come out, watch the top black players in the country compete for an exemption of the Rocket Mortgage Classic, and then come back out on Tuesday and Wednesday, watch our Area 313 Celebrity Scramble and our First Tee Youth Clinic that takes place on Tuesday, and then come back on Wednesday for our Delta Dental Pro-Am. So an opportunity to park at University of Detroit Mercy and just walk right in, get up and close and personal with our top professionals. We'll have celebrities out there, Calvin Johnson, Barry Sanders, The Miz from WWE is going to be out there this year, which will be exciting. He'll be promoting their event that'll be here later this summer. And so it's so not only the best field that we'll ever have coming to us, we're going to have the best group of celebrities and the best group of experiences we've had here as we celebrate our 5th year.
Jason, we say it gets better and better every year. It's almost like, okay, how can we top it? And each year you guys have been able to top that. I know it's a heck of a lot of work. Before we joined you, I jokingly said, we watched you drive off in the cart last year after the win, and we're like, okay, Jason's probably going to work right now. I'm sure that's not too far away from the truth.
No, it's not. That we got an unbelievable team here. The Rocket Mortgage team, Detroit Golf Club, there were 1,500 volunteers that are working really year round to touch this event. And yeah, we're already selling 2024 right now. So we start selling next year before we get into this year, and really use the experience out of Detroit Golf Club this year to really energize and pick up the platform from next year. But you're going to see an expanded platform this year. We have larger fan experience areas for free. Our tree house that we had in the front nine is bigger this year. We put a tent over the top of it to keep people in the shade a little bit. Fans will be able to get up closer to the right side of 15 this year and walk right up to the tee box. We made some room for better fan viewing areas. Our Grove, our fan zone on the right side of hole 14 in our famed area 313 is expanded, goes all the way out to tournament 13 now. And so we've got the best against the ropes, away from the ropes, the best experience, whether you're a fan of golf or fan of fun. That's our mission, is to make this more than just a golf tournament. And to your point, we work on it year round and have an incredible team to pull it off.
Jason, you ever want to get anything out there, hit us up. We'll definitely help out in any way we can. We're not here without you guys, and we call it Detroit's Major for a reason. It's become a tradition now. Rocket Mortgage Classic, as I mentioned, you better get to rocketmortgageclassic.com and get your tickets as well.
Are we going to have a throw zone this year where they get bombasted with beer bottles?
Yeah,
and
beer.
cans? Oh, man, I wonder if that'll ever happen.
We'll see.
I'm cringing already. I'm like, oh, no.
The executive director of the Rocket Mortgage Classic, Jason Langwell, kindly joining us. Jason, all the best. I'm sure we'll talk soon.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Okay, thanks.
All right, Jason Langwell kindly joining us. More Spin on Golf next Sunday night here on 760 WJR.
That keeps happening. It's gonna go more and more and more.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I know it happened on the Live event down in Adelaide, although they were pretty crazy down there. But you're looking at, it's happened a few times in Scottsdale. It happened somewhere else, didn't it? Somewhere else it happened, and now it's happened on Live.
I think it's cool.
Well, I don't think you want to get hit by a beer can.
No, I'd rather not. But
I mean, it's not like throwing hats on the ice during a hat trick. It's a
Yeah.
little bit different. You got incoming from everywhere, right? You don't have a helmet on. I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of it.
It's a bit much. Although I thought loud music on the golf course was a bit much too until Live.
Yeah.
But I kind of like it now because I'm walking out there, bebopping along. I'm like, hey, this is kind of nice now. Got this music. I've never listened to this music.
Mhm. Little EDM.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. EDM.
all right, anything we'll hit the LPGA stuff. Anything you guys want to hit on? Anything else?
Well, we got to talk about Brooks and maybe why he went the route he went and get a little deeper there, perhaps. Probably talk about
you
the
did tease that.
rankings.
Yeah, you did tease that.
What are they going to talk? What are they going to do with the Ryder Cup?
Yeah, what now?
Yeah.
What is Mr. Waugh going to do now? What is going to come out of my CEO's mouth now?
Mm-hmm.
After I received a phone call from PGA National the other day asking me to curtail my Twitter comments a little bit. Oh, you want me to add more? Is that what you're asking for?
I saw
Okay.
a couple of your comments. I didn't know who you're talking about. If you're talking about Linder, which I didn't think you'd talk about.
No, Seth.
Yeah. This is from our leader in the PGA. That's what I heard.
Our
I saw.
notorious
I didn't read
leader.
it though.
What a joke. And
I
then he
didn't-
recanted it
What did he say?
a day later. Just how it's frivolous and, it's not going anywhere. It's not doing anything for the game of golf. So
What is it?
Live.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm like, all right. That's your opinion. better keep your mouth shut. Is the PGA Tour doing anything for the growth of the game? Really? Is it?
Yeah.
I don't know.
No,
I don't know.
I think
it's a question that should be asked.
Oh, Ryder Cup Live golfers Brooks Rome. Here we go. Is that from Rieger? It's too premature. Isn't ready to talk about Brooks Cup Live making the Ryder Cup team. Let me tell you what, he's gonna get blasted tomorrow about it.
Well, he has comments already. I just think it's too premature and frankly irresponsible to even have any sort of opinion about that.
What a dork.
He said after
Knock
a
it
dozen
off.
reporters after finishing T59. I think given where we're at right now, there's a lot of points out. Number one, number two, you've got a bunch of elevated events upcoming.
Like a record, baby.
Who is the biggest mover and shaker this week?
Welcome back. It's Spin on Golf on WJR, presented by Rocket Mortgage and the Rocket Mortgage Classic coming to Detroit Golf Club June 29th through July 2nd. Once again, here are PGA professionals Jordan Young, Brian Cairns, Mike Fay, and WJR's own Sean Baligian.
Well, you know what's interesting about this? A lot of the conversations after Brooks Koepka winning. Brooks Koepka, 3rd PGA championship, 5th major, and let the debates begin, huh? Is that the best way to say it?
Pretty much.
And I know, BC, you brought one up earlier, kind of teased it. What
I love it.
can be done in September? What's the decision going to be?
I mean,
Well,
the guy
what is in September, by the way?
The Ryder Cup in
Okay,
Rome.
thank you.
Who owns the Ryder Cup? Everyone's asking me on Twitter. Well, not everybody knows who owns the Ryder Cup. I'm like, PGA of America owns the Ryder Cup.
Yeah.
The President's Cup is owned by the PGA Tour and the other bodies overseas. And I guess we do shared revenue, both ways with the European Tour and the PGA of America. But a guy finishes second in a major and then the guy wins a major. Zach Johnson, obvious reasons. Mr. Rieger so politely brought up a nice little story about what Zach Johnson said a few hours ago, and it'd be irresponsible to say something right now about it.
Well, that was what he quoted to say. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this is perfect. I just want my association to have this problem on their lap. Now they're on the spotlight. What's going to happen now, Mike Bay? What is going to happen now?
They're going to have to take a really close look at what is going to happen in the future too.
I mean,
we knew this was going to happen.
Well, I didn't know the live players were going to finish this high up in this many majors. To be honest with you,
Well, why not?
I really did. I don't know.
Dustin Johnson,
I get it.
Koepka,
Yeah.
Mickelson. Who are the other top guys?
Oh, I mean,
Smith. Not
yeah,
Cam. No,
Smith.
Cam.
Cam Smith.
Yeah. DeChambeau.
DeChambeau, right.
I mean, those are top 10 guys.
Right.
Top 15, top 10.
Yeah,
Some are
and-
top 5
in the world.
in the world.
Yeah, I didn't, maybe I was a little skeptical of how they're going to go, how their future was going to go with that much money. I mean, we're talking tons of money these guys are getting paid, but now, now, Mike?
What do you think?
Everything was easy. Everything was on paper. You qualified because you're in the top 100 in the
It is
world.
what
You're
it
in the
is.
top 50 in the world. You're in the top. You got 4 captain's choices, right? Is it 4? Yeah, I think it's 4 captain's choices. 8 automatically and 4 captain's choices.
How is he not a pick?
He has to be.
Exactly.
He's a pick.
He's got to be.
If
Yeah,
he's not a
gotta
pick,
be.
Jack Johnson is going to get crucified.
And well, I'm not going to say I'm going to be right there in the front of the line, but I'm going to say I'm going to be right up there.
No, there is not going to be a line where you are. You will be out there on a pedestal,
Right. I mean,
complaining and bitching and all
yeah,
that.
that's the way it is. But, as a fellow PGA member, I think, Brooks Koepka is still a PGA member. He's still eligible to play in the Ryder Cup. And
He's not. He's a PGA member.
Yes, he's still. I think he still holds on to his membership.
How?
We have a year grace period, and I think he gets.
I-
I'm not sure if it ends June 30th, but it's coming up.
Oh, because it would have been 1 year from announcement.
1 year announcement.
I thought
right.
they denounced that he was a member, or he not rescinded, but
I don't know.
gave
if
up
you
his
can-
membership. Or
a
whatever.
PGA Tour membership.
Oh,
but not.
but not.
PGA.
I don't
Oh,
know
I
if
got-
that
okay.
gives up his PGA. I don't know about the details in this. Are we live on air? Am I talking about this live on air?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Great.
y-
Okay,
you
cool.
are.
We're actually live on everything.
Oh, okay, good.
StreamYard, yeah.
I
On
thought
it's
some of the-
part of
radio.
I saw some of the loose language.
You know, I
you
was at
threw out
dinner.
there.
I was at dinner, and happy 50th birthday to Carrie Valsheen, one of our neighbors, were at dinner last night. She goes, "So what do you guys talk about in the radio?" I'm like, "Yeah, just a bunch of stuff." It's like we're just sitting there just talking. We're not even like we're on the radio anymore.
Yeah, but I
Just
didn't
like this.
I didn't even know I was on the radio.
No,
Yeah.
that's
Oh yeah.
what
Just
it should
talking.
be. It's just conversation.
Well,
That's-
and I told her all our goal is to not swear
Right.
and
That's
not
tough.
just saying that we can get fined for.
That's tough. Right? Two tough things.
Two very tough things. So far,
I mean, Mike
We're
does a
so
great
good.
job over there. Look at him.
well, yeah, he just
So
sits
we're-
there and smiles.
Yeah. But the LPGA tour is coming up here.
Yeah, we're going to get into that. How about after 7:30? I don't know if we have enough time to do it before the break right
We
now.
don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't have
Nothing.
enough time to do it. And
But this is a big deal now. Now we're going to talk about this to the U.S. Open.
Oh, I think
That's
it's
the
Yeah.
next thing.
Oh, sure.
absolutely. It's huge. That's just
What-
the way things are.
What do you guys think about Rory? Mike, what do
I-
you think about Rory? I mean, did he show up this week or did he fail again?
I don't think he failed.
It
He
was-
I'm just
What
saying
shows
that.
did he come in?
It was all right. I don't, you know,
How
it
far
was
did he
all
finish
right.
then?
Fifth, sixth.
I think he had a chance to win.
He had a chance to win.
So he
That's all you
finished
can do.
T7. He missed
Yeah.
a lot of. He missed some opportunities to make it happen. I mean, he shot 69, 69, 69 the last 3 days,
It's great.
and looks like he probably could have shot a little lower.
He had moments on Friday and early on Saturday where I thought, okay, here he comes. But it never happened. He was never able to kind of put it together and go on that Rory run, so to speak. But
Mhm.
yeah, he was all right. I didn't think anything
I-
badly.
And I like when people say, "Well, what happened to Rory?" Well, he came 7th in a major.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
what he
the
said,
top
right?
10.
I'm
Yeah,
just
wow.
setting that up though. I just want
Yeah.
to get everybody's
Yeah.
comments, but
He
I-
didn't win. I mean, it's really hard to win a tournament.
DeChambeau, she was good. He
Yeah,
was 4th.
he
That's
looked
really good because Bryson has not played very well.
And
the
he's
last
been
2
injured.
years. He's been
Just
off and
like
on.
Brooks.
I thought Rory looked really human today too. I mean, the way he was having fun with Michael Block, I think that counts for
How
something.
can you not?
Yeah, well, you know, some people don't think that Rory's exactly a human being either. You know what I mean?
No
So
comment.
see what I But
about-
he was having some fun with it, and
Yeah.
that counts for something.
I was kind of pulling for Victor Hovland.
Yeah, I think so too. And
He
you know
was
what?
there.
Yeah,
He
until
competed.
17 or 16.
Well, he had the old Corey Connors into the
Oh.
wet face there, but
Ugh.
It was really nice on the Golf Channel to see one of our friends, Joe Mayo.
Oh,
on there
yeah.
with him.
yeah,
He's working hard on this short game.
good for Joe. I
Right?
miss
It's
Joe.
pretty cool.
A couple 65s this after, a few 65s this after.
Yeah, the
afternoon as
defending
well, so-
champion at the Rocket.
Some guy named Scheffler who just keeps finishing like
Ho-hum.
he's the new ATM man that just finishes in the top 5 constantly.
Ho hum. You know,
Even when he plays bad.
Second.
Mm.
Hovland tied him on the last hole there, made
Yeah.
birdie in 18. Well, easy birdie hole, right? Yeah.
Yeah, so Koepka 9 under, Scheffler, Victor at 7 under, Cam Davis at 3 under, Kurt Kitayama at 3 under as well. Another guy shot a 65 today. Good for him, right?
Absolutely.
How about Block? I mean, his story is cool, but
That up and down in 18
He sh-
will be epic.
he
Oh,
shoots-
forever.
he shoots 1 over. He drops 7 spots. I mean, that's ironic.
In a
He shot 1
major.
over.
In a major, you usually gain spots.
So I was figuring it out last night. I'm looking at the thing. I'm like, wow, if he finishes 10th, he makes 500 grand. But if he shoots 8 over and shoots 80 or 78, and everybody falls back a little bit, he'll probably finish about 35th or 40th, and that'd be like 85 grand. That's pretty good.
Yeah, right.
And he made about 300. So
300 grand. Cha-ching.
I bet you his wife was happy.
70, 70, 70, 71.
Suck on that 1099.
Well,
We'll take a look at the LPGA when we come back, and of course the POW as well. The last half hour of the show. A special shout out to our buddy Blake back at the studio as well. On-site producer, Mr. Riga. Thanks for joining us here at Spin on Golf Sunday night here, 760 WJR.
Brady lover.
1099.
It's like I just lost that.
Dude, this was totally packed today. This lot when I
Oh.
pulled in, I was like, "Gee."
Every day. Every freaking day. You should have seen the other side of the range. The ball machines are broken. So now they have to go in the shops, grab the buckets. It's a joke. This
it's
place
just-
is out of control. That's all I can say.
It's just broken.
No rhyme or reason. I don't get it. I played 9 holes last night with Dog on Classic.
Oh, Classic?
Unputtable. You
Why?
can't putt the greens.
Why?
The Poena. It was so bad. I'm like, how is this possible? This place is packed. And plus it was like 52 degrees and blowing.
Yeah, it was cold.
It was
What
nasty
are people
yesterday.
doing
Yesterday.
out here?
Yeah. Yeah, it was cold.
I was so underdressed yesterday. I wore a toque yesterday.
Me too.
Oh,
I
that
did
was
not
cold.
prepare properly. I thought
I had
63 be fine.
5
Not
layers on,
63.
Mikey, and I was still cold.
It's cold.
And I went home. I think I went to bed about 9:30. My wife looks at me, and I picked my head up off the couch. I'm like, I'm going to bed.
Just exhausted, right? From how
So
cold you were.
sore and cold.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was sore as hell.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't stand those days. It was cloudy, shitty. Yeah.
Well, part of the reason
That's
I
a
think
swear.
was it rained the
Oh,
night
okay.
before, and then it was windy.
Sun,
so it
you
blew
streamer.
it.
Oh, yeah, we can do that.
You can't really swear on stream right
We
now.
can't?
No.
Shoot.
Shoot. Oh, darn shucks.
Golly, G Wilker.
So the girls are at Shadow Creek next week, right?
Yeah, we got some fun things that they're going to be doing next week. So I want to talk about that.
Oh, yeah? What do they got going?
The Players Challenge presented by MGM Resorts International will be a 9-hole 2-man team scramble featuring NFL superstars Devontae Adams and a whole bunch of others,
Mm-hmm.
and will benefit the Play Like a Girl Foundation.
That's cool.
The competition will play concurrently with the Bank of Hope LPGA Match Play Championship match and will air during the Golf Channel's feature coverage from 3:30 to 6:30 p.m.
right now?
Pacific time.
No, you don't?
Who's that?
Is Block back? He's in next year's PGA?
Yeah. Top
Yeah.
15 ties.
How sweet is that?
Yeah. You think he'll get a nice Rolex too?
Well, he's got to.
Yeah. Probably a presidential. Why not?
Of course.
Why
Of
not?
course.
Got Jordan here, Mike Fay here.
What's up, Heebs?
What's up, boys? Have a good show.
Yeah, we're on.
Very well.
We've been
We're on right now.
Another half hour.
That still was pretty cool, though. It
How-
was cool to see.
How about that up and down?
Super cool.
That was really
Yeah, I
cool.
mean, the up and down was fantastic.
We missed the interview at the end, though, so I'm kind of bummed. Hopefully we can see that.
But
Yeah, I mean, no short. He was humble. It was cool.
I mean, a 1? I mean, come on. Can you make this?
I watched the one live right here. It was pretty cool.
Rory McIlroy, I mean, just
Oh,
but thank God a club pro did something nice.
Yeah, I know. Give us some clout.
Just a little bit of shot in the arm. And say,
Right.
hey, these guys don't stink that bad.
yeah.
Yeah.
What are you doing tomorrow?
Maybe we'll get to keep playing.
Yeah, maybe we won't go down to 5 spots next year.
What's tomorrow?
I don't know. What is tomorrow?
Think of what that's going to do, though, across the country.
Welcome back. It's Spin on Golf on WJR. Presented by Rocket Mortgage and the Rocket Mortgage Classic coming to Detroit Golf Club June 29th through July 2nd. Once again, here are PGA professionals Jordan Young, Brian Cairns, Mike Fay, and WJR's own Sean Baligian.
Well, so many things going on in the golf world. That's why when we have majors, including Detroit's major, the Rocket Mortgage Classic, can't thank our friends at Rocket Mortgage enough for sponsoring this show as well. We do a 2-hour show. So not only can we pay homage to whoever won the major that particular day, and in the case of this day, it's Brooks Koepka, his third PGA championship, 5th major overall. But it gives us an opportunity to talk about other things. And Mike Fay has been a busy man. Not only is he keeping an eye on what's going on in the LPGA, kind of quiet
Rieger's
right
working.
now.
You know,
Rieger's working too.
I'm getting bombarded.
Yeah,
by
he's
Rieger.
well. You know what? He's a hater right now.
He's falling asleep
I've
because
seen
it's
hater
hour
mode.
2.
I've seen hater mode. He's in hater mode. Not only is Mike Fay busy taking a look at what's coming up with the LPGA, kind of slow right now, but a very busy June, including right here in our fine state out at Belmont. But again, congratulations to your daughter, Rachel.
Thank you. Yeah, we've been busy with all the kids and supporting all of them and cheering for them the last couple of weeks. So, yeah, it's been good.
That's good. Tell us about what's going on in the LPGA. As I mentioned, kind of a lull right now, but busy time quickly approaching.
Yes, May 24th through the 28th this week coming up, the Bank of Hope LPGA Match Play, presented by MGM Rewards over at
My home
Shadow
course.
Creek.
It's my home course.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very, very
The
cool.
Love
forest
Shadow Creek.
among the forest.
Man,
among
that
the
has
desert.
got to be. I mean, I love that place.
It's beautiful.
That
isn't
is just one of the most beautiful places around.
Yes, we were just talking during the break. There's going to be just announced something very interesting. I think it's pretty cool. The Players Challenge presented by MGM Resorts International will be a 9-hole, 2-man team scramble featuring NFL superstars like Devontae Adams and stuff like that. And they are going to air it while the final round is going on of the tournament. So they're going to show all these guys on TV on the Golf Channel. So pretty cool.
Wow.
Do you guys like that stuff overall?
No.
Are you guys no?
What?
I'm not
What?
a big. I don't watch the match and all that.
The
other
match,
stuff.
all
Oh,
that stuff. You guys aren't into it?
No. What a bunch of noise. No.
You know what it reminds me
Go.
of? I mean, I hate to, sorry, Mike, but I mean, it reminds me of. Remember they had the All Stars, like when all the athletes would get together. What was it called? The Superstars. And they would run on the beach.
Wait a
and do all
minute.
the
Oh my
skills.
gosh.
There was only one
was that
reason to
The
called?
watch
Battle of the
that.
Network Stars.
Bingo.
Yeah.
There was
Remember?
only one reason everybody watched that.
And they were like sprint on the beach, and then
Linda
they
Carter.
try to do.
Yes. Yes.
I mean,
That's what I think
Wonder
it's like.
Woman.
Wonder
Yes.
Woman.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they wore bathing suits. I mean, that was it. Okay. Look
It
at
wasn't
Rieger.
Baywatch. I'm just saying it was like, come on. But all the different sports guys got together.
Oh, I
They
remember
did.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, and it was like,
Lynn Swan.
Yeah. I remember that.
that's what it reminds me.
Okay,
of.
Mike, how you
It does.
doing in your segment?
I'm doing fantastic.
He's the consummate pro here. He's just like,
I'm
okay,
just-
I'm going to wait these
I'm
guys
gonna
out.
Listen and learn. That's what I'm going to do. That's all I'm going to do is listen and learn. The upcoming tournaments. It's not very long away here. We've got the Meyer LPGA Classic coming up June 15th through 18th.
Beautiful out there in
Yeah.
Belmont. It really is.
Yeah.
We're spoiled
I
around
feel-
here, right?
We
We're
got a lot of
spoiled
golf.
with a lot of events close by for the women on the LPGA tour.
Yeah, you
We
got
are.
3 of them within
Mm-hmm.
an hour and a half.
Yeah,
Basically,
don't think
Yeah,
a lot of
really?
people know that.
Toledo.
Yeah, from where we're sitting right now,
Right
yeah,
here,
probably
yeah.
about an hour and a half. Yeah.
Each.
Yep. The
Boom.
Dana opens in Sylvania, Ohio on the 13th through the 16th of July. And then you got the Dow.
Now we need one in Chatham, and we could have an hour and a half north, west, south,
London.
and east,
No,
right?
we should do
Canadian
Maybe
London.
even to
Open.
London. Yeah,
London
yeah,
Hunt
maybe
Club.
London. Yeah.
London Hunt, maybe.
Yeah,
huh?
London Hunt. Awesome.
And June is Women's Golf Month. If you didn't know that.
June 1st, big day.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Good,
Young
good,
stuff.
good. Rieger sent us this. Let these stories begin.
Yep. Here it goes.
This is from Global Golf Post. Here's your title. You ready? Will they or won't they? Koepka, Johnson lead live list of Ryder Cup hopefuls. And then, of course, there's a picture of Brooks and DJ and Justin Thomas celebrating at the Ryder Cup. It is a question that's going to be asked 1,000 times in the next few weeks alone. It really is.
Every day.
Yep.
1,000 a day. Yeah.
How do you
Champions Tour.
say no? How do you, like, honestly, really and truly, give me the justification for saying no.
You can't ask me because I cannot be impartial on this. one.
Okay, Jordan,
Yep.
give me the justification for saying no.
I don't think you can. I don't think there's a no. I can't see it happening.
If
Honestly, I can't think of how they would spin it.
if Seth Waugh's comments this past week are indicative of the direction that they're going or the stand that they're going to take, then they're not going to be invited.
It's almost like it's like saying either you can play in the majors or you can't. Well, they're playing the majors based on the world ranking. Well, if your world ranking is up there to qualify you for the Ryder Cup and you're on the open market to participate, which I still believe they are, unless they say they're not allowed,
right?
Then how do you keep them out?
Yeah.
If they say no live players can play, then I guess that's how they keep them out. But I don't think it's going to happen.
That's insane.
It is.
I'm
but
sorry.
It would put them on the spotlight because this is the first time that someone's going to have to make a decision and say yes or no.
It is the first
because there is no real
before it was
qualification.
just like poof. All of a sudden, you can't play because of the world ranking points and all the stuff. Like, they took themselves out of the conversation just by saying something like that.
And then will it
Now
go to
it
court?
seems
Will
like-
it go to court? Like the other thing went to court, where they said, "Well, you can't play," and then they say, "Okay, we're going to take you to court." Okay, then there's an injunction and there's a decision, and then like, what's going to happen? I don't know.
Who knows?
You know, what's interesting is this article points out the PGA Tour will not compete in the 2 weeks after the Tour Championship, which ends August 27th. Liv is scheduled to play at Rich Harvest Farms September 22nd through the 24th, the weekend before Ryder Cup. So that's one less excuse that they could make, a scheduling conflict. I mean, I just don't.
You're right. Yeah.
To me.
Yeah, but not all those players are. You don't know their contracts on Live that they have to play in all 14 events. Either.
Okay. Yep.
I know one guy does not have to play in all 14 events,
And I know
the
that there's a lot of private planes that fly from O'Hare.
Oh yeah.
Over to Rome.
Yep.
No problem.
No problem. Zero.
And
the guy that
might,
was sitting
might
in here has
take,
been on a
yeah,
couple of
it
them. Yeah.
might take a few hours, but it gets there.
Here's a funny thing next week. So our PGA of America headquarters, speaking of our illustrious PGA, is in Frisco, Texas, hosting the Champions Tour, the KitchenAid Senior PGA next week. And I heard nothing but great things about the golf course, Frisco.
Yeah, I'm interested to hear about that.
Yeah, it looks cool on TV. I've seen the whole layouts. It looks really cool. But
This is like a major complex that I'm more and more interested in the more and more I see pictures and videos of it.
Yeah,
this is like Canton Super Bowl or what's the baseball, like the
Softball
Hall
Center.
of Fame.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking like the
it's Pro Football Hall of Fame. Yeah.
This is like
huge.
I mean, that's what I kind of envision it like.
It's a big
It's a
area.
massive display of the PGA of America and everything, and then major indoor golf complex, outdoor complex, massive putting green, range, training center, performance center, golf courses, championships, hotels, district, everything.
It's massive. It's going to be cool to watch on TV next weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Champions Tour.
Mike, they can't say no, right? I mean, I'm just waiting for one of you guys. They can't say no, right?
Yes, they can.
Well, they can.
They can, absolutely.
You can't justify it.
But that's going to be tough if they're not playing.
Yeah, no doubt. All right, don't go anywhere. Final segment of the show on a Sunday night. Again, Blake back at the studio, Mr. Rieger here on site. We've got the Punk of the Week coming up. Final segment. Don't go anywhere. Spin on Golf, 760 WJR.
I've got like 11 punks. I mean, you go on these golf
You have
courses.
11?
You go on these golf courses. I mean, like the amount of divots and
He's
pitch
got like
marks.
11
it's like
forwards on the punk list.
they're like, it's awful. I mean, here we are in May, and it's awful already. It's like it's
terrible.
destroyed, right, Mike?
Look at this.
I don't even know where to go with this Punk of the Week. Oh. No. Which one? Oh, I did. I
Look
did
where
see
the edge
that,
of the
yeah.
green is.
You know what it reminds me of?
It's right there.
You know, I worked
Who
at
does
OHL,
that?
right, for like 11 years.
Mhm.
For 4 of those years, they refused to take any American players who are playing OHL
Yeah.
for the World Junior team. And I had like the director
Here,
of
BC.
USA Hockey. I said to him, I go, literally, is it your point to take
What
the
does that?
best
I
players?
mean,
Well, yeah, but we want
go over there this far off the green, and they're firing them. I don't know where
Where
they're
they're
firing
hitting
them
it?
from.
The very first
They're
year,
firing them from this range
America took off players.
to the short game.
You're
right now.
kidding me.
Oh no! I walked out first thing
Very
this
first
morning, and there's like
Very first year. Now, don't get me
30
Canada's the
pitch
best. We
marks.
all know
No,
that.
I
They
know.
came from there, and there's range balls sitting over there. So I'm
Oh
just like,
my gosh.
I mean, the amount of signage
American players in the league. It's
I
like,
know.
we have to put up that I want to put up here would be it'd be too long.
Sure.
I mean, I went on Strat the other day, and it's like the amount of deep divots, not pitch marks, divots on the tees. You can't even tee a ball up on the tees right now.
Right. Because everything was wet too, and that makes it worse. Yeah.
Down south, down in Toledo.
No, Old Coral,
Oh.
whatever it is.
Oh, Old Coal. Yeah, yeah.
How
How about Youngstown winning?
the joke
Kosecki.
right now? It's awful. And even when we played Indywood, that was really beat to shit.
Yeah.
Did I say that again on there? Doggone it.
Yeah.
You did.
It was beat to hell. Look at Rieger over there.
How about the range?
I mean, this range, forget it. We're not going to have any grass in 2 weeks. Well, you're supposed to have a hot button over there, aren't you? Me? We used to have the cough buttons, right?
Instead of cough, it should just say BC.
Discipline
What the
yourself.
hell? Who's in the state?
I don't think I've got a punk of the
Who's
week this
Blake?
week.
I met Jason.
Danielle said she's going to be taking a nap right now. Man, how could you be taking a nap when we're on air? She's missing the best show on WJR.
Danielle.
I text in because I had a question for Joe Gannon. I listen to Joe Gannon every morning. I'm like, listen, I need the best solution for my front load dryer or front load washer to clean it because you get black mold in there.
Yeah.
Sure you do.
Sure enough, so I text right in. And
What's the answer?
he said, "Yeah, you got to be careful." He said vinegar is a good start. Vinegar is probably your best start. Don't use bleach because bleach will take a long time to go away and it'll rot your rubber seal, and then you're really screwed.
He lives near me. He's up north.
Smoker,
Yeah.
heavy smoker. He said, "I can't believe he's a heavy smoker."
Yeah.
How about letting it dry out?
Oh, then he must have moved because
Keeping the door
How long
open.
did he move?
I've got
Okay.
doors in front of it, so
Yeah, it's hard. Yeah.
I mean, we do a lot of laundry. I mean, I don't like stuff laying around much, you know. So
Right. You know where Guernsey is? Like he lived right across the street from Guernsey.
this is a tough one. This POW, I'm tickling. I'm really having a hard time with this. Oof.
You guys have one?
He's also at the
Just all
Pittsburgh
those that
pub
don't
tonight.
take care of the
near
golf
Oak Hill.
course. I'm going through the same thing he's talking
Block.
about. It's awful.
It's awful.
Welcome back.
I
It's
think we-
Spin on Golf on WJR, presented by Rocket Mortgage and the Rocket Mortgage Classic coming to Detroit Golf Club June 29th through July 2nd. Once again, here are PGA professionals Jordan Young, Brian Cairns, Mike Fay, and WJR's own Sean Baligian.
You know, I didn't know, Mr. Rieger. I apologize. Thanks for letting me know. Not only do we have Blake back at the station, but we have Jason, one of the newest members of the 760 WJR team back at the station. So thank you guys for putting up with 2 hours of this show. We
Thanks
enjoy
for
it.
keeping that finger close to that button, Blake. Thank you very much.
As Mr. Big Voice said, 6 weeks from now, we'll be sitting in somewhere on the grounds at the DGC. It's Championship Sunday of the Rocket Mortgage Classic. Jordan, you know, it was interesting. You brought something up to Jason that I was thinking in my head. You know what you're going to get in late July around here. You know what you're going to get.
Right.
Late June, early July, you don't know what you're going to get around here. There's no, and this time of year is the same thing. I mean, you might have just a ton of rain this time of year. You might have 90 degrees every day. This has been a very, very mild May, to say the very least, and forthcoming. but to your point, I'm not going to sit there and try to figure out what the course is going to look like, because That's a weird time of year, late
It's gonna be
June.
thicker.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
It's gonna
Oh,
be
yeah.
thick.
I think
Yeah,
it's
I
going to be
agree.
thicker.
Yeah.
It'll be
Yeah.
thicker, yeah.
Yeah, I think the
But-
rough will be.
But it doesn't matter. These guys are still going to shoot
Yeah.
2,500
Oh, of
because they hit it
course.
boom, right down the middle of
Absolutely.
the fairway. You know.
Absolutely.
I don't think it'll change much, but I do think the grasses will be a little. I don't want to say healthier, but I think the potential of them being pretty good. Now, I think that the Poe this year is probably popping much later, and the Poe is the Poania,
Yeah.
It's
and
really
we always
bad.
talk about it when you play golf, especially on the older greens. The grasses are Poania, and you can look out there right now. The seeds turn white, so the temperatures have to be above 50 at night, and then these start reseeding. So they're not white, but if you look carefully and you pick off the top, it's actually a seed.
Mm-hmm.
So that starts happening for a while. Now, usually that happens here mid-May, early May, late May. Now, I don't know. I don't know where you've played a bunch lately, BC, but I played a few courses that usually they're very poey. Well, the grass was perfect. Like it was short, it was cut tight. They weren't seeding yet. So I think we're 2 or 3 weeks. You can beg
They
differ,
just
but
started
I think
here.
we're 2 or 3 weeks later than usual.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's going to affect anything in a month. It's going to be done by then.
Right.
But things like that kind of matter.
I'm sorry, BC, you brought it up. I love seeing these guys go out and just dominate. I want to see 30
some
under. I want to
birdies.
see absolutely.
I
Let
don't
them
wanna see
rain.
guys, hit a thin shot in the bunker and can't play it. I'm like, dang it. I mean, come on. These are the best players in the world.
Yeah.
Let's stick it to them. Come on.
Especially a course we're familiar with. And
Yeah, fun.
it's going to be great. I want to bring it up again. Golf and Give is another program, Rocket Mortgage.
Hey,
they just
does
keep
Danny
giving
Gilbert
back.
just sit around and go, hey, I got something for you guys. I got another one.
It's amazing.
Hey, I got another one for you.
It's amazing. $30 from each ticket purchase going directly to whatever nonprofit you choose. I mean, it's such a great
You
thing.
choose. The person chooses,
Yeah.
which is really
Yeah.
cool.
Golf and
Yeah.
Give, that offer is standing through June 1st. All you have to do is go to rocketmortgageclassic.com and you can be a part of that. June 27th through July 2nd. And as Jason said, it is still so strange that this is year 5. It's like all the years have kind of run together now. It was like, okay, was the first year there the first day was so incredible hot? No, that was the second. Jordan, you and I were dripping bullets. What year? I mean, it was because I remember the one year was just so darn humid out there, and but whatever. It's back. It's going to be here for a long time. June 27th through July 2nd, and of course, we'll be out there for 2 hours. Programming note before we get to the POWs. Yeah, we're not going to be here next week. We have the week off.
What?
Yeah, we have
What
the
am I
week
gonna
off
do?
next week.
Play golf.
Bitch at somebody else.
Okay. That was awesome. I go home and picture my dog.
You should have your own
good. That was
talking to the
great.
computer of the POW. And give
Oh, that was great. No, we have Michigan Panthers,
Oh.
and with it being Memorial Day weekend,
That's good.
and then I'm not going to be with you boys for a couple weeks. So we have my daughter's graduating, and then we have the graduation party a couple weeks after that.
Sounds
So
like we should
good
do
for
the
you.
show at the grad
you
party.
could come over. Come over.
Marcero.
I'm not far away. Come
Just do
over.
We could do it.
You get free food.
That would be
Oh,
hilarious.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Now, what?
Come on over.
Rieger, can we
You
do
think-
this? Yes.
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 Yeah. Come. I have a
How
back
cool
porch.
would that be?
Wait till 10
Absolutely.
seconds. We'll get a text.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We're gonna
no. Here's your invite now. You guys are all invited. Come do the show at my house. Yeah,
Man,
That would be fun.
Wives, everybody invited?
yeah. Yeah,
Cool.
absolutely. Everybody come over. Those.
More money for the daughter, right?
See, boy, that's a story for a different day. We'll get into that. All right, we're running out of time. So, Marceau just said party at Sean's. There you go.
Yeah,
So
told you. That
Marceau,
was 8 seconds.
Yeah,
not 10
we're-
seconds.
Unbelievable. He's the best.
you guys come in. It was I texted Jeff this afternoon. It's kind of funny. So they were saying all along, they were going, all right, we're having the graduation ceremony 2 in the afternoon, 2 in the afternoon, 6 in the afternoon. When did that happen? You've only been talking about it for the last 3 months. That it was 2 in the afternoon. So yeah, I'm going to miss the 4th and the 11th, but it sounds like I'm not going to miss the 11th because you're all going to be at my house at the
Wow, we'll
graduation
see.
party.
We
Thank
hope
you very
so.
much.
We hope so.
All right, POW. You want to go first, Mikey?
We are just discussing
I think
during
this
a
is
break.
a group POW.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it's pretty tough right now. People not taking care of the golf course.
This is
It's
out
kind of their
of
responsibility.
freaking control.
Yes.
Out of control, Mike. And I mean, every time I go on a golf course this week with students, it's like, what the hell is going on out here?
Do you think that they just don't know? And
Yes.
that we need to do a better job to teach
I
them?
think that's number one. I said to you, I said, I can't believe how many signs I'd have to put up. Hey, dummy, don't be hitting balls from our range tee over here and launching range balls into our short game area.
People are doing that?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, this morning. So, I mean, do I got to put a sign up everywhere? Hey, you dumb, I can't say that word, can I? Dummy, don't do this. Don't do that. Or can you take care of the golf course in a nice way? Can you put a nice sign up there?
I like when the people, like, there's a cart path that's 8 feet from the green and it's level, but they choose to drive up on the edge of the cart path to the edge of the green where it's tilted at about 30 degrees because that 8-foot walk is too far. Like, what do you think the cart path is there for?
Has it gotten worse? Seriously,
The
for
cart
you guys?
path could be, we say this in Florida all the time, the cart path could be 70 miles wide. And there's going to be 2 tires on the freaking grass.
I don't get it. I mean, it's just this.
I mean, I'm
the
going to come to
stup-
somebody's front yard and just start taking divots.
This-
You know, I don't give a crap about your yard either.
The stupidity of people, it's just like. what
Has
are
it
you
gotten
doing?
worse the last few years? Really?
Yeah.
Do you see more and
I
more?
just think people are entitled and they don't really care.
They don't care.
Like I had an interaction with somebody today, and I told him, look, take the receipt out to the short game area in case somebody asks you if you paid. Why would I do that? Well, so I don't have to ask you. Oh, and by the way, take the tube. What do you mean the tube? Can't I just use my own balls? I go, take the tube, so I don't have to ask you if you paid. We've got range members. They've paid a yearly membership. We have
Short game members.
Short game members. I'm sorry, short game members. And we have daily fee members. So if you have a tube, then one of us won't ask you and bother you. So
Get
I mean,
a
it's just
clue.
pretty-
Get
it's pretty-
a clue.
I mean, just come on, people, please.
Oh, great to be back with you guys. These 2-hour shows are fun. Marcelo, you're on notice. BC's begging for a third hour. So
He's
prepare
having his
yourself.
own hour. Actually, he's probably have his own 4 hours. He's going to argue with himself next week.
Hey, listen, for the gang, have yourself a great Memorial Day weekend. We'll talk to you. Spit on Golf 760 WJR.